we definitely found that even in the salons and spas, both areas, membership make a difference. The better run spas have more advanced bookings, which means they get their appointments ahead of time in the spa category. So the top percentile of the spas, which are perform at the top, have more advanced bookings versus those that don't. So I hope you can see, having a system like a software which is helping in this aggregate ways helps us to understand customer behavior in so many different ways. What we did in this benchmark report was just scratching the surface for the first time and giving a flavor for what is feasible. And going into this year, I think you're going to see Zenoti release some very interesting data which will enable you to plan your growth and see where should I improve, where am I falling behind from the industry metrics and performance, and what are the best places. So one of the key things I'll say from a growth perspective, what we found is in each category, the top 10 percentile significantly outperformed the top 50 percentile, which means the average salon is way behind the best performing salons in its own category, is what we found. Which means salons have a lot of room and space for growth if they are better run, basically. It's instead of saying, let's go open 10 more, it's like, can we get each average salon to perform at the same level as the top 10 percentile in the country? So there are some very well-run salons in the country which perform exceptionally better than the average. So I think knowing how to do that and leveraging is going to be important. And as we go forward, as I said, there'll be a lot of different benchmarking metrics we anticipate. Things like we can give data for the industry which shows how many appointments are coming online versus coming in the store, people who are willing to pay upfront, customers versus not willing to pay upfront, and all that stuff. And the numbers from this year onwards, you're going to find us to be able to deliver somewhere between surveys which will be cover 3,000 to 5,000 salons and spas in India. So I also want to emphasize, it's very hard to get this data right because you have to have people who are actually using the data properly. Otherwise, they can throw off the stuff. So all this benchmark is actually sanitized, where we eliminate people who are outliers, either on extremes scenarios. But I think from this year onwards, you're going to find even better metrics and report from us. But for today, of course, when you're done, you can pick up a copy. It'll be outside. And the actual printed copy of the report, which has all the metrics. These were just some of the sample metrics that I had referred to here.